Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report that might sound as exciting as watching paint dry, but trust me, there's some juicy stuff hidden inside. We'll be looking at PennyMac's Financial Services Inc. SART's recent filing about their annual meeting. Think of it as their yearly company party where the big decisions get made. We'll find out who got elected, what the shareholders voted on, and what it all means for this financial company. Before we jump in, if you enjoy getting the inside scoop from these corporate documents, be sure to subscribe. Also, join our growing community on Discord. The link is in the description below so that you can join the conversation. So, what's this Form 8K all about? It's a snapshot of what happened at PennyMac's annual meeting on June 18, 2025. Important stuff was decided, like who's running the show and how they're handling everyone's money. These forms are required when a company makes specific decisions like they did here. First up, let's talk about who got elected to the board of directors. This is like a popularity contest for grown-ups, but instead of votes for most likely to succeed, it's votes for who gets to make the big calls at PennyMac. A board of directors are usually very important figures within the company, from the CEO down. 9 different people were up for election to be on the board. We can see that David Spector ended up with 45,193 votes for him. Doug Jones had 45,283 votes for him. Doug Jones had 45,233,445,443,516, 44,100, 45,542, 442, 433,517, 542,516,316,542, 5,504,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,545,546 to make it simple, we can see that they all were elected, given that they all had over 40 million votes. Next, there was a vote to approve Deloitte & Touche as the company's independent accounting firm. Basically, PennyMac wanted shareholders to say yes to the people who check their math. Companies hire accounting firms to check their earnings and make sure that they are using and reporting their money well. In this filing, the shareholders gave the okay with 49,561,824 votes against, meaning a very large amount of shareholders were okay with the accounting firm, Deloitte & Touche. Finally, the shareholders had a chance to weigh in on how much the big bosses get paid. This is called a non-binding vote, which means the company doesn't have to listen to the results, but it's a good way to gauge how investors feel. In this case, 41,084 suggesting shareholders may disapprove of the current executive compensation, and 4,240 hadn't 574 the current executive compensation, and 4,248 and 2 off the current executive compensation, and 4,244 the current executive compensation, and 4,240 well the current executive compensation, and 4,248 in 5 and 2 and 6 voted 1 vote and 2 44 than those before for it, suggesting shareholders may disapprove of the current executive compensation, and 4,240,564 voted against. We should note that more shareholders had problem with this proposal than those before it, suggesting shareholders may disapprove of the current executive compensation structure. Now, zooming out, what does all of this mean? Well, it shows that PennyMac is doing what it's supposed to do, letting shareholders have their say in how the company is run. Looking at the very high approval rates here, we can infer a few things. Firstly, shareholders seem to be very happy with the company and are in complete agreement with the leadership's suggestions. This could reflect positive financials for the current year or a strong overall outlook. Ultimately, all these people ending up on the board suggest stability and direction for the company going forward. Overall, PennyMac Financial Services seems to be steering a steady course. The almost unanimous votes show shareholders are pretty happy with the direction the company is heading, but the slightly higher number of nay votes on executive pay suggests there could be some rumblings of discontent below the surface. So what do you think about PennyMac's path forward? Does the strong shareholder agreement make you optimistic, or do you see potential risks on the horizon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you found this breakdown helpful, and subscribe for more straight to the point analysis of all the important corporate reports. And don't forget to join our Discord community via the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.